afternoon, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV, and this is the Newcastle United versus Bournemouth pre-match live. We'll bring you the team lineups as soon as we get them at around 2 p.m. But if you do like what you see, please make sure you do smash that like. It really does help the channel up the search, and it means new viewers find it easy. So if you don't mind giving it a like, it only takes a couple of seconds. Thank you. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe. Come be part of this great community we have here. And also that bell notification, that tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows as well. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. You can do that by clicking the join button. And if you want to make a donation, you can do that in the chat by clicking on the $ as well. Yes, so traditional 3 p.m. kickoff, which is great to see, isn't it? So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Right. Let's get to some comments. Holly was straight in earlier on. She said, my score prediction, I'm going 3-1 or 3-2. I think Bournemouth will nick 1 or 2 because our defence has not been good enough. But we still need to get the win and the 3 points. Absolutely, Holly. We need them 3 points, definitely. If we want to stay in touch with Europe. Hi, Tony, says Trolls. Hi, mate. I hope you're well. Not seen you for a little while. Afternoon, all Tony, Trolls and company. Afternoon, Mighty Mac. Julie says, good afternoon all. Good afternoon to you, Julie. Hope you're well. Wanting Brentford to screw Liverpool. Yeah, we would do. They're losing on to 1-0 at the moment, but you never know. Hopefully they'll turn it around. Joe says, I'm okay. I guess you're talking to Mighty Mag. Julie says that would be fun for Liverpool to lose, but don't think they will. They're too good this season. They are, aren't they? They're a totally different side this season, Liverpool are. So I've got it on, so we'll keep an eye on the scoreline anyway while the show's on. So I'm in trouble with my comments now. That's it. And hi to you, Gary, in the chat as well. Hope you're well, mate. He says, ask me if 5, if he's okay. Yeah, not optimistic, just to be honest, but hopefully Miggy can pass the ball. Well, that's if Murphy's not fit to play, yeah. Hope Barnes starts. Well, he should do, hopefully, Gary, because look, if Gordon's going to be playing up top, then, you know. And look, I don't know if you want to take much from the press conference yesterday, but Eddie Howe was asked about strikers, and he says, they are expensive. It's not like you can just go out there and buy a striker. And then he said, but what happens with the 2 strikers? We've got Wilson and Isak, and we've got a third one. What do we do then? I thought, well, hang on. If this is talking about the summer, then already Eddie Howe's sort of saying we're not going to have the money in the summer now. And is he saying we're keeping Wilson as well? So I don't get this one. I really don't. I'm sorry, but I think we have to sell Wilson in the summer because he's far too injury prone. Knocking bet Burn will start. Oh, absolutely. You know that's going to happen. Burn's going to start every game, isn't he? So yeah, we know that's going to happen. He probably will, since Gordon has to play as a false 9. Well, Burn does a great job as long as he's not getting tested for pace. Well, if Semenyo's playing, he'll burn him off. Mighty Max says, would like to see AG as a number 9, see how it goes. Yeah, we'll have to try something, don't we? Hi, Tony, mate. You're good. I am, Gary, absolutely, mate, and I hope you're well. Mason's in the chat. Good afternoon. He beat the match, are you, Mason? From the stadium? Yes, he says, I've just seen Rolly. Oh, nice one, mate. Nice one. Don't know when Rolly's come back on the channel. I keep asking, but he's busy at the moment, so I don't know what he's doing. But, you know, I've got a great guest who comes on regular now, and that's Mighty Win Derek, who will be at the match as well. So have a great time today, Derek. And I think he's become the favourite on here now, Derek, isn't he, amongst the chat as well? So it's great to have Derek on here. I'll bring them back. Paul Hansen says, afternoon, Tony, I'm going for 3-1, Barnes, Murphy and Gordon to score. Yeah, not a bad shout, mate. Not a bad shout. Gareth says, good afternoon, Tony. Nice to have a normal 3 p.m. kickoff. Good afternoon, mate. Absolutely. Definitely, Gareth. It's, sick. But then again, next week, we'll go back to an 8 p.m. kickoff at the Emirates. And again, the fans are screwed because it's an 8 p.m. kickoff at night. You know, it's shambolic, this. It really is. And what's even more shambolic is that taking the FA Cup now off terrestrial TV and it's being transferred to TNT Sports next season. And that's just absolutely disgusting because, look, there is people out there who enjoy it. And I'm not talking about younger people. I'm talking about the older generation. You know, maybe pensioners who can't afford to have Sky and all this TNT stuff. So they probably love to see it when it comes on TV. They love watching these games. But they're going to be taken away from them now, you know. Disgusting. Afternoon, Tony. Easy win today, 3-0, says Ian. Let's hope so. Fell in love, but I'm in limbo at the moment, so haven't been much anywhere, to be honest. No worries, mate. Tony, great seeing you on Chris's show. Yeah, and I've had Chris on here, and I'm going to get Chris on here again, because I want to get him on here and talk to him about, you know, how he became a Newcastle fan, and you know, just ask him some general questions, and I think he'll enjoy that. So he has said he'll do it, so that's not a problem. So that'll be interesting. So that's one to keep an eye out for. Mad Max this afternoon, all. Hope you're all well, feeling positive. Yeah, absolutely, Mad Mag. Gary says, good goal by Liverpool, to be fair, Tony. Yes, it was a good goal. I mean, Brentford left themselves wide open, to be fair. You know. So it was their own doing, really. Andrew says, happy match day, fellow Toon Loons. Good afternoon, Andrew. Hope you're well. Troll says, if Howe keeps play is keeping Wilson and Isak, only we are in trouble again. And if Dummett and Richie get new contracts, I will be a Howe out, but not at the moment, though. I can see where you're coming from. Derek's great banter. He is, isn't he? He's brilliant, and he you know, and he loves coming on here now. So, yeah, it's great to have Derek on here. Gary said, I wouldn't pay any attention to anything Eddie says in the press conference. No, I wouldn't. I mean, look, you've pulled no punches about Dan Ashworth. So, is there a bit there between them two? Do they not get on? You know, is that why Eddie's sort of not bothered what's happening with Dan Ashworth? There doesn't seem to be a lot of harmony there, does there, between them? So, it's interesting, that one. But again, you know, there is rumours going around in Manchester papers that apparently Dan Ashworth could be a done deal by Monday for Man U. But they don't just want to pay the minimum compensation, because I know that means he goes on gardening leave. They want to pay more, but they're trying to work out a deal with Newcastle. So let's see what's happening with that one. Afternoon all. Don't pay too much attention to houses about the summer. Got to keep the rest of them guessing. 3-1 for me today. Got a £1 bet. He says 70-1 in the bookies. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't. What, 3-1 to us? That doesn't seem right at all, does it? So no, I'm not sure. I'll have a look at the odds on Sky Bet, and I'll tell you what they've got down. But they've got 71. I'll be putting 3-1 on that myself, I tell you. Because that seems like a very good deal, doesn't it? So yeah, maybe it's an offer for new vans, or I don't know. Sometimes they put offers on, don't they? So who knows? Right, let's have a look. Newcastle, Bournemouth. Newcastle 19-20 to win, 29-10 for the draw, and 12-5 for Bournemouth to win. Correct scores. Where are they? Let's find the correct score. Here we go. Go to Sky Bet, 3-1 for Newcastle, 12-1. If you want Bournemouth to win 3-1, it's 22-1. For the scoreline they had at the Vitality, 2-0 is 20-1 for Bournemouth. If you think we're going to go out there and trounce Bournemouth 6-0, then it's 150-1. Favourites to score today: Anthony Gordon's 11-2 for the first goal. Harvey Barnes is 13-2. Ben Parkinson is 9-1, or 3-1 anytime. That wouldn't be a bad little pound to put on if he's playing Ben Parkinson or comes on as a sub and scores a goal. You know what I mean? 3-1. If you want to go out to Bruno for the first goal, it's 18-1. Dominic Solanke's 9-2 for Bournemouth. Sinisteros 10-1. Justin Kluivert is 12-1. James Tavernier's brother Marcus is 14-1. And if you want to go an outsider for them, you can get Lloyd Kelly at 80-1 for the first goal. But that's not going to happen, is it? Well, saying that, we hope it doesn't bloody happen. Because that's the last thing we need, is that happening. So, again, we'll just we'll wait and see what happens. But, you know, at the end of the day, we need the 3 points. We need to be staying in touch with European places. We're only 2 points healthy. You know, we've got them breathing down with next. We're around with West Ham in that. So, yeah, we really do need to get these points on the board and get ourselves up the table as well. It doesn't have 7-0 on there, unfortunately, Andy. Mighty Max is 3-1. It's 15s on Bet365. If it was 10 million before they came in, it should be 25 now, man. You are played us, so time for a payback. Yeah, absolutely. Not to mention, when Dan Ashworth, if he goes to Man United, remember, he knows he knows who we're looking for in the summer and things like that. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. He'd be taking all that with him. Must be made a mistake, got 50 pence on Bruno first goal and 2-0 and got 100-1. Wow. Who fancies a share hat-trick? Do you know what? Stick him up top and play Burnett centre-back and Livramento at left-back. You know, stick him up top. That would be a good one, wouldn't it? But I doubt Cher will play up top. He'll play in defence. That's where we need Cher in defence. Right. So I say the team news will be out in about 12 minutes, so we'll see who's in the team and who's not in the team, or if it's an unchanged side, we don't know. Well, it's definitely not going to be unchanged because obviously Callum Wilson's injured. Liverpool have gone 2-0 up now. Looks like McAllister scored the goal. A header back from Brentford. Salah's passed it through, and McAllister's put it in the back of the net. So, assist from Mo Salah, and McAllister's poked it into the back of the net. So that's Liverpool 2, Brentford 0 at the G-Tech Stadium. So I can't see Brentford coming back from that now. Just got to hope that Bruno doesn't pick up a booking today. Because the last thing we need him missing is next week's game away at Arsenal, because that would be absolutely massive if he was out of that game. Gordon's two bookings away from him at the suspension as well. So, you know, we can't afford anybody to be, we can't afford Gordon to get booked today or next week, because then if we've got no strikers, we're stuffed. My Liverpool game's still 1-0. Tony Spot. Sorry, Andrew, I didn't realise, mate. I think Brentford might go down this season. They're in free fall. Yay. I think I've got a feeling Luton will stay up. I think Brentford will have enough to stay up, if I'm honest. I think they'll do it, but yeah. And they've just signed a striker for the summer, haven't they? And that's the thing, you know. You've got teams like Brentford who are signing these strikers, and they're paying 28 million quid for them, and yet we can't even afford to do that, you know. They're signing a striker called Igor Thiago from Club Brugge in Belgium. He's a 22-year-old forward, Brazilian. This season, he started 19 of 24 games, and he's got 16 goals and 2 assists. And if Rolly was here, he'd say, Yes, but that's the Belgian league. It doesn't matter if what league it's in. At the end of the day, he's a goal scorer, you know. So there must be something good about him that they've brought him in, you know. And for 28 million quid, you know, and at 22, he's the right age as well because, you know, to get that Brazilian in. So if Brentford stay up, he could be brilliant next season, you know, for them. Who knows? I mean, injury wise, I mean, yes, we know Callum Wilson's out now, and that's unfortunate. Again, it's another injury. 2 games, and he's out. You know, as I said on the preview the other night, I wondered if we go over 2 games without him getting injured, but unfortunately, that has not happened, has it? We know Brentford, Bournemouth have got some, you know, players in their team that are dangerous. The likes of Semenyo, the likes of Tavernier. You know, Sinisterra's playing well at the minute for them. Dominic Solanke's obviously having a good season for them. But again, next season he might have a crap season. Who knows? So we're just got to wait and see what happens. But if Dan Ashworth is going off to Man United, I just want this sorted out sooner rather than later. If I just want to sort it out. The last thing we need is this saga dragging on and dragging on and dragging on. If he wants to go, do you know what? I would say just let Ashworth go and see, you know what, Man United, if you want him, pay the money and take him. Go. And then we go and get another director of football. I know Michael Emiliano's being looked at, who's very good friends with Yasser Al-Rumayyan. He was the ex-Chelsea sporting director and a very good sporting director. They did say Conor Bradley for Liverpool's just had a shot, which has just gone over the bar. It was a heck of a shot as well. He's playing well, that young right back for Liverpool. But yeah, like I say, with the Ashworth thing, when if he goes, we need another sporting director as soon as possible. Reports are saying we've been speaking to an elite director of football who said he'd come in at the drop of a hat. So could that be Emiliano? Who knows? Other one's Michael Edwards, but I'm not so sure about Michael Edwards if he would come or not because he didn't want to go back to Liverpool. But he's a very good director of football. Another good director of football is the one at Brentford as well, Phil Giles. So again, somebody out there will come in, and we'll just wait and see on that one. Not in the Premier League, but looking abroad, it's Spain and La Liga. And reports yesterday are surfacing that Jude Bellingham of Real Madrid is set to be hit with a 10-match ban by the Spanish FA for his comment to Mason Greenwood. And we all know what that comment is. I'm not going to repeat the comment because it's not something you shouldn't repeat on air. But we know that, they've had lip readers looking at it and they've confirmed that's what he said. That R word. Now then, is 10 matches acceptable to be banned for, or is that extreme? I think that's extreme. Look, all he's doing is he's telling, he's obviously thinking what other people are thinking. But apparently, the Spanish FA are throwing their arms around Mason Greenwood, saying he's been harshly treated and he shouldn't have to have comments made like that to him, and they don't want to upset his game. Which I think, hang on a minute, come on, have some sense and decorum, yeah. But the thing is, so what I can see is if he does get a 10-match ban, you're guaranteed Real Madrid's lawyers will be straight there and challenging that because they will not want to lose him for the season or for the next 10 games, especially when they're in a title race and they're in the Champions League. He's been pinnacle to what they've done this season. So, it's a rumour going around. Whether it's true or not, we don't know. But, we'll just wait and see. But that's what some media outlets are putting out there. Bruno will get kicked to bits, says Grandad Shed at Arsenal, as they have got it in for him after our home game. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably right there. Andrew says Arsenal will bung the referee a yellow card just to get through the cartel. It's Michael Salisbury, the ref today, by the way. I heard Bournemouth have got 5 first-team players out today, but is there any truth in that? I'm not sure, Gary. I haven't heard. Mark Kerrigan's, hi mate, he says, Ashford, let him go, get a replacement as soon as possible. Do you know what? I would say that as well. Get rid of him. Yeah. I mean, look, if he doesn't want to stay at the club, and this is what I'm saying to a lot of people, if he doesn't want to stay at the club, he's obviously not committed to us. And if he's not committed to us, then I'm sorry. There's the exit door, Dan. Off you go. Thank you very much. We'll take we'll pull Man United's pants down and take the money off them. But if he doesn't want to stay, let him go as far as I'm concerned. We want people who are going to be committed to the club, people who don't want to just hang around. But Brighton fans have said this is what they've seen with Ashworth when he jumped ship to come here. So it seems like this is a bit of a trend from Dan Ashworth, apparently. It was reported the other day that the Premier League is now in pole position to get a 5th Champions League spot. What do you think? Any chance of making it? There's a possibility, but it depends what run we go on. But that's the thing. We've got to go on a run and we've got to win a lot of games to get there. I mean, the Premier League table at the moment, I'm not sure how far we're away from 5th place because I haven't looked that far up, to be honest. I know we're in 7th, which is a Conference League spot at the moment, but Villa are there on 46 points, which is a 10-point gap to us. But we can do it. I mean, Villa aren't looking great at the moment. They're looking a bit shaky. So yeah, who knows? Alan says results midweek pushed us to 1st. All right, okay. Yeah, because it's going on the results in Europe, isn't it? So yeah, absolutely. That's fantastic. That if that happens, I'll be happy with that. Absolutely. We're 3 minutes away now from the team news. Obviously, we know we've got no strikers, but then again, we've heard Eddie Howe say Isak's not fit, and then he could be fit today. Who knows? But I hope we're not risking him. I really hope not. Just trying to see who's there. Mickey's come in there smiling away. Lewis Smiley's there. Jacob Murphy. Cher. See who else is there. Dan Byrne. Emil Kraft, who's just signed a new deal. Bruno's there. Kieran Trippier. Livramento. Jamal Lascelles. Sean Longstaff. Sven Botman. Anthony Gordon. So, yeah. So, like I say, team news will be out in 1 minute now. So, 1 minute till the team news. I think we should go Europa League. Yeah, I think so. Even if we're finishing that Conference League, it doesn't matter. That's a competition we should win. 5th isn't out of sight. We have a canny fixtures apart from Arsenal. Grandad Shed says Spanish FA have gone full on walks after that World Cup kiss, haven't they just? Andrew says we need to start a good run. It will be hard. He's talking to Alan. Jody Gaza. Alright, mate, how's it going? 2-1. Gordon anytime. My daughter's got share. Scoring gets a 5 off me if she gets the goal scorer. Nice one, mate. Nice one. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. I hope you're well too. If Miggy's plays as bad as he does today, he has to be benched next game. Well, yeah. Well, we'll find out who the team news is because apparently it is out. So let's have a look. It's 2:00 anyway, so it should be out. I'll be disappointed if it's not out yet. Okay, so the team news is Dubravka in goal, Trippier, captain. Shea, Botman, Burn. Bruno, Longstaff, Miley. Almiron, Barnes and Gordon. On the bench, we have Karius, Dummett, Lascelles, Ritchie, Kraft, Hall, Livramento, Jacob Murphy, and Joe White. So we haven't even put the young striker on the bench, Ben Parkinson. So there's no strikers in that squad at all because Gordon's not technically a striker. So we haven't got a recognised striker at all, either on the bench or in the first team squad. So the first 11, I should say, rather. So that is the team news coming out of St James's Park. And I will get that on there in just a second. It will be on screen. So run through it again. Dubravka, Trippier, Shea, Botman, Burn, Bruno, Longstaff, Miley, Almiron, Barnes and Gordon. Get your thoughts in on the chat. What you think of that team. That team should be good enough to go out there and win against Bournemouth. But as you know, it won't be an easy game, that's for sure. As Bournemouth will make it tough, and Areola is playing some good football there. There we go. There's the team news. As the Bournemouth fan I had on the other night, Craig said he thinks Liverpool's going to get their sporting director, Richard Hughes, and they reckon Areola could end up at Liverpool as their manager next season. So that's interesting, isn't it? Right, now I will get the Bournemouth team and find out who Bournemouth are putting in their first 11 today. Their team news is out. So for the Cherries, Neto in goal, their captain. Cook, Kelly, Solanke, Christie, Smith, Tavernier, Clivert, Semenyo, Senesi, and Zabarini. On the bench, it's Travers, Randolph. So they've got two goalkeepers on the bench. Meffam, Kinsey, Kirkes, Scott, Dango, Sinistera, and Unal, the new striker they signed in January on loan. So that's their lineup. So I will put their lineup on screen in a moment as well. Obviously, they haven't put it in order of how they're going about it. Liverpool are 3-0 up, by the way, at Brentford. So I'm not sure how they're lining up Bournemouth. So we will have a look at that and see what their formation is. Now I'll give you their team in better detail. Yeah, so you obviously got Neto in goal, the back four of Adam Smith, Zabarini, Marco Senesi, and Lloyd Kelly. Then the two in front of him is Ryan Christie and Lewis Cook. Then you've got the winger Semenyo and Tavernier. So Semenyo is on Burns' side of the park, so he's playing right for them, and Tavernier's going left up against Trippier. Justin Clivert is at number 10 role, and Dominic Solanke is the striker. So they're going with a 4-2-3-1 Bournemouth. That's their formation today. So, like I say, I'll pop their team up there in a moment. And there we go. There is the Bournemouth team. Alan says, would be happy with Europa. You just never know. That team got tricky run compared to Newcastle. Yeah, absolutely. Murph's down the right, Barnes down the left. Sounds good to me. Yeah, but it's not that way, is it? So, yeah, it's already on there, mate. Should have Isak back soon, let's hope. Mighty Mag says, Anthony Gordon's playing as a striker. Yes, he is. Barnes is a great finisher and composed in front of goal. Yes, he is. The team I expected, yeah. I would have preferred Murphy over Miggy, but unless Murphy's still not fully fit from that calf strain, Gary says there was news today from the club that they think Isak and Wilson should be fit by 2028. Alessandro Minetti, good afternoon, mate. He says, I prefer Murphy over Almiron. Yeah, I do as well, mate. Ian says, I think Murphy instead of Almiron should have started. Yeah, I agree, because Almiron had a stinker last week. He was, Brentford are shite. Murphy's one of my faves. More like 2037, says Julie. Absolutely. Isak back for Blackburn. Fingers crossed. Let's hope so. That's an FA Cup tie, so we need him back. And I'll be watching that game from abroad, so I won't be in this country. So I'll have to make sure I put my VPN on so I can watch it on the BBC. Hopefully, Alan, says Julie. Yeah, because I'm 3 hours flying time away from the UK, so I'll have to watch that in my hotel room. And I'm going to hopefully do a pre-match as well from my hotel room as well. So I'm hoping the Wi-Fi is great there. Andrew says a Bournemouth shirt is awful. Yeah, it's not nice, is it? It's Umbro, isn't it? Solanke's dangerous. That blue one. Holly says Dan Burns starting again. I hope he doesn't make a mistake in defence while he's got the fast player up against him again. This is what I'm saying. This is why teams are watching who's on our team sheet, because they know Dan Burns going to play. And Eddie Howe's got to start realising that putting their fast players up against him. I thought they had Patrick Kluivert in the starting 11. Yeah, it's his son Justin. Queen of Hearts. Hi, Mary. Hope you're well. Who's getting booked first? Brentford has scored, and it is that Ivan Toney has scored. So it's 3-1 with 16 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Scores past Kelleher. Booked first, I'm going to say Senesi for Bournemouth. There you go. Holly says, I'm glad Barnes is starting too. Yeah, absolutely, Holly. Definitely. How doesn't learn when it comes to Burn? Hope he proves us wrong. Well, that's it, but we know Burn hasn't got the pace. And that's the problem. But it's every week. All these teams who've got that quick players, put them up against Burn. And let's see if Dubravka does better this week. When he came out against Elanga and just left his legs that wide open, Elanga couldn't miss. You look at Anthony Elanga and you think, you look at him and think, why on earth did Man U sell him for 15 million quid? That's a bargain. Because I think he's not a bad winger. Would I have Elanga at Newcastle? Possibility, yeah, because him and Isak would probably link up well, both being Swedish. Callum Hudson-Odoi looks like he's getting back to back towards the player he used to be. And again, 3 million quid. They got 18 million quid for their two wingers. It's just when other people wouldn't touch them. Daniela's in the chat. You boys can't lose this one, can you? Well, I hope not, Daniela. I hope not. But, as Greavesy once said, football's a funny old game. So you never know. But, we haven't got a recognised striker. That's the problem, Daniela. So we're going to have to rely on goals. But hopefully we can get the job done. I'll take 1-0 any day. Hi, Gary. Thank you. Glad we could meet once again. Trolls says, have a sinking feeling about this game, to be honest. Try and be positive, Trolls. Try. Just find that incy-wincy bit of positivity. Gary says, Barnes has made a huge difference when he's come on. Yeah, he has. So starting him's a great move now. I think Tony gets him out of relegation worries. Yeah, I think he does as well. Loved if Brentford made a 3-3. I think, man, you need to sell players, says Daniela. Yeah, I think they did as well. No, Daniela, if any hope of 5 or 6. Being serious, surely we should win this game. We should win this game. But, we said we should have won it down at the Vitality, and we didn't. So, again, we're only, in the Premier League, since Eddie Howe's been our manager, we haven't beat Bournemouth. We've beat them in the League Cup 1-0, courtesy of an own goal from Adam Smith. But other than that, in the league, we have not beaten Bournemouth. At a heart-attack score, says Daniela. Grandad Shed says, Conference League's an awful competition, poor prize money, and playing in the back of Beyond on a Thursday. It is an awful competition. But, it's a cup. But there again, Grandad Shed, Daniela's in the chat, and, West Ham, when they won that last season, I bet she weren't thinking that. I bet she was thinking it's a trophy, because it is. It's classed as a major trophy at the end of the day, regardless whether, So, yeah, the Europa League, Conference League, it's a major trophy. Who's the ref for the game? Michael Salisbury. That's the referee. I will give you the full list of the officials who we've got today, and see who the referees are for today's game, and the linesmen or women, because we don't know, could be either. But let's hope. Right, when I find the appointments of the referees, there we are. Match week 25. So the referees for match week 25 for today's game is Michael Salisbury in the middle. He's assisted by Richard West and Akil Housen. The fourth official is Ollie Langford. VAR is Rob Jones, and the assistant VAR is Simon Bennett. So there we go. Now we have got a debut. We've got a new referee in the. We have got a new referee doing some refereeing today as well, and he's refereeing Fulham versus Aston Villa, and his name is Lewis Smith, and he's 30 years of age. Yes, 30 years of age, and he's got John Brooks as his VAR. Good luck for that one. And we know Michael Oliver's doing the Brentford game as well. So yeah, so that's the officials for today's game. If we don't beat these at home, I'd be asking questions, says Andrew. 5th or 6th in the league. Salisbury wasn't the ref. Yeah, Salisbury was the referee when we played Palace at home, and Joe Willock had that goal ruled out. Because he wasn't experienced, and he went to the VAR monitor, and they showed him the total wrong angles, didn't they? They showed the total wrong angles, and he disallowed the goal, which shouldn't have been disallowed. Daniela says, I'd say West Ham were Brighton. Gary says, I hate the hour before a match. These days, my heart's in a flipping mouth. Need to go on a run, have a fit striker, I would do. Daniela says, English fan need to stop slagging off Conference League. Yes, it's okay. Yes, okay, it's full of poor teams, but then it's an easy trophy for Premier League teams to win. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Daniela. It's a trophy, isn't it? I don't slag it off. I think it's not the greatest competition, but it's one. It gives you a good chance of getting a trophy, and that's what it's all about. Trevor says, Satoon to win 4-0. Hi, Trevor. Hope you're well. Yeah. Well, I hope so, mate. I hope so. I'll take 1-0 all day, though, so who knows? I think there's a penalty check yet. That's not a penalty for me. Diaz goes over far too easily here. But Ben Mee goes to, I think it's a Ben Mee or is it Christian Aya? It's Aya who goes to ground. Oh, they're still checking it. And it's been check complete. So that's it. Yeah. So it's not a penalty to Liverpool. They're now making a couple of substitutions. So Gary says, Daniela, there's no shame in winning the trophy regardless of competition. Absolutely. Look, next Sunday is the League Cup final, what we were in last season. And it's Liverpool-Chelsea. We would have loved to have been in there next weekend. But I think when we've got no fit strikers, I'm pleased we're not actually in that competition now. Because I would just dread it. But it would have been nice to have gone back there for another cup competition, that's for sure. But it is what it is. I think Liverpool will beat Chelsea next Sunday. Don't forget, guys, I've got Train Name watching. If you haven't yet smashed that like, please do give it a like. It does help the channel. So if you don't mind clicking that like, that would be great. And if you are brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe. Come and join our great community, and the bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. Yeah, so today I think it's going to be a tough game, but I'm going. I know I said the other day I'm just being a boring git, but I'm going with a 1-0 win. I'll take 1-0 all day. You know, I don't care how we get the goal, as long as we get the 3 points. The 3 points is paramount. That's the most important thing, the 3 points. It's not about the performance. It's not about the win. It's just getting those 3 points. And if we get them 3 points, then I'll be absolutely happy with that. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Whether we win it 1-0, 3-0, 5-0, it doesn't matter how we win it, as long as we get the 3 points. But I'll take 1-0 all day. Trevor says Leeds are winning 2-0. And they're going second. Playing well under Farker. Alan says, I think with a fit squad, the two would win that Conference Cup. Got experience on Champions League. Would be one of the favourites. Absolutely, Alan. Ian says, if you win the Conference League, you qualify for the Europa League next season. Yeah, exactly. That's how West Ham's there. Daniela says, if Newcastle win the Conference League, be 98% odds on to get the final if you took it seriously. Yeah, absolutely, Daniela. We have to get back on track, says Ronald. Good afternoon, Ronald. Absolutely, mate. Mary says, if I'm in the kitchen or something happens, I eat a goal occurs. That normally happens to me, or I have to go to the toilet and then I come back and, oh, we've scored. All right, okay. Even if the Toon get the FA Cup final and one of the top 4 win the league, Toon will be in Europe. Yeah, absolutely. Gary says, I've bought a new computer. Downside hasn't got the buttons that makes the Toon score. Liverpool 4-1 up now. Cody Gakpo's just scored. So that's ended Brentford's hopes of a comeback now. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Didn't quite see the goal. I just looked up and I saw them celebrating. And then I saw the scoreline as 4-1. So just going to have a look now how the goal went in. Defender completely missed the ball. Diaz passed it to Gakpo and he put it past his Dutch compatriot in goal, Mark Flecken, to make it 4-1. Yeah. So I think Liverpool's won this game well and truly now. We even got the floodlights on there. It's that dark at Brentford. Yeah, it'd be lovely if your computer had the buttons and you could make Newcastle score. That would be absolutely fantastic, Gary, but unfortunately not. Brentford have got a free kick outside the area. So I wonder if Ivan Toney will move the ball to suit him. Ronald says Leeds have done well to hold on to Nanto. Yeah, they have, haven't they just? Yeah, absolutely. If Brentford score this, then it is game on, isn't it, really? Well, it'd be 4-2, won't it? But it looks a bit far out for him to score from Ivan Toney. Must be a good 30 yards out at least. Just have a look at this free kick. Ivan Toney strikes it, and it's just gone over. So nowhere near. I want to see Trips and Miley sitting in front of the back three. I think we look strong when we play that. Yeah, definitely. I hope Arsenal win the league instead of City. I think City will win it. I've got the feeling City will win it. But it's one of them. Just wait and see who wins at the end of the season. But, and it pushes Bruno further forward. Yes, it does. Bruno looks better in that advanced position, doesn't he? Absolutely. Right, guys and girls, we're going to come to the end of the show because obviously people might want to get off to go and watch the match, or anybody going to the match, do have a great time there and enjoy the game and stay safe. But don't forget, if you haven't yet hit that thumbs up, please do give it a like. It does help the channel. And if you're new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe and be part of this great community. And that bell notification, that tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. Ronald says, F Arsenal with crying for months after playing us. Oh, it's just ridiculous, Ronald. I mean, I don't know why they're still going on about it. The game's pretty well and truly gone, So they need to just stop blubbering, They're just babies. See you all later, we the lads. Absolutely, Gary. See you later, mate. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I'm still sticking my scoreline of 1-0 to the Toon. So, 3 points, that's all I care. That's all I want, 3 points. I don't care what performance we put in. I couldn't care if we played shit all game and we just scored a last-minute goal. As long as we get the 3 points, that's the main thing. Win ugly. That's what I say, win ugly. Great show, Tony. Cheers, Ian. Obviously, I'd like to see a very entertaining game flowing with a lot of goals, but I just want us to win it. Gareth says, thanks, Tony. Enjoy the game. You too, mate. Cheers. Thank you. Julie says, goodbye all and take care. You too, Julie. Thank you very much indeed. TTR, the Toon Review, will be doing a watch along, so head over there. Is Paul and Billy doing it together? I'm not sure, because I know Paul hasn't been too great lately. And get well soon, by the way, Paul. Take it easy, mate. Take it easy. Another thing as well, get well soon to Roy Hodgson as well. We know he's not very well in hospital at the moment, but we hope everything's fine and, maybe he has to retire. But, don't like to see anybody fall ill like that. Ronald says, how are you, the lads? We won the Toon. Great show. Thanks, trolls. Thank you, says Alessandro as well. These comments, I don't know what's going on with them. No problem. Thank you, mate. I'm on Jack's, Tony. All right. Okay, then. No worries, Ian. Jack's doing one as well. Toon TV. Bye all next time, Tony. I thought Jack was in Newcastle for the match. Is Jack not in? I'm sure Jack put on our WhatsApp group earlier. He's in Newcastle for the match, but I'm not sure. He might not be then. Jack says he's at the game today, so I don't know. I'm not sure then. But no, I mean. Anyway, Alan says, bye all next time, Tony. You too, mate. Cheers, Alan. Thanks very much. And remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. Enjoy the game. Until then, I'll see you all later. Check it out now. How are you, the lads?